Now we move on to clothing. So what to wear to the game. This is incredibly subjective. You can wear whatever you like. You could rock up in something like what I'm wearing now, which is just a t-shirt with jeans or a pair of pants and a pair of boots or shoes, whatever's going to be comfortable for you. This is obviously going to be basic loadout. You're going to have this stuff at home, so it's not going to cost you anything. If you are looking to go and buy clothes specific for running around the CQB field, you're not too concerned about getting them ripped or getting them dirty, then you can certainly go to places like Kmart, Big W, or your retailer of choice and pick up something that is nice and cheap. That stuff's not going to cost you much money, and that way you can run around and you're not too concerned about it. If you do want to get something that is military inspired, that's going to be durable and it's going to last, then we've got some options in front that we can look at. So we've just got a couple of options here, but use your imagination, because all this stuff comes in all different colors and cam types, so you can just pick what you like. So first we've just got the Rap Advantage CQB frog suits. So all these are going to be very similar in design. So we've got usually cotton polyester blend up around the shirt here and down through the sleeves. And then we've got that sort of wicking material in the front here, which is just going to help with sweat, because it is going to get quite warm when you're running around. So again, we've got some pockets on the side, the twin stripe Velcro if you want to run patches. Zip on the front so you can bring it up. Really handy when you're wearing a plate carrier or a battle bra, so you can keep your collar out of the way. You've got that pocket on the other side as well, so pretty straightforward stuff there. That wicking material is also on the back of the shirt too. And then with the pants, again, same colour. We've got that sort of stretch material through the back and also down through the crotch region as well, so they're quite stretchy. If you are kneeling down or crouching and things like that, you're going to stop that chance of the pants ripping. These have got plenty of pockets on them, which is really awesome. And also there's lots of adjustment to these as well, so you can adjust down the bottom of the pants around your ankles if you want to make them tight against your boots. Or whatever shoes that you're wearing, behind the knees, and also up around the belt section, so you can adjust them around your hips and make them fit quite well. These are quite good. They've got these little tabs here, so you can attach things like your gloves or hearing protection. You can kind of set these up how you like, and when you're wearing the top and bottom, it looks really, really good. Definitely recommend it for your sort of budget to medium tier players that are looking to spend a little bit of money but not an exorbitant amount, to get kitted out with something like this, and this is sold through Rap Advantage. The advantage to these as well, they've got the built-in knee pads which come with the pants and also with the shirt, so they just slide in here, and you've got the ability to kneel down and slide, and it's going to protect your knees. With these shirts, you actually find them built into the forearm and elbow area, so it's just like a hard plastic there. It doesn't seem too intrusive, so if you are sliding around, it is going to give you some protection on your elbows, on your knees. Moving up from something like that, we're going to your brand name stuff, I guess. So we just got a couple of different choices here from 511 and Condor. So Condor tends to be a bit more of a cheaper alternative. They do good quality stuff. Big fan of their shirts like this. This is a short sleeve multicam shirt. Not too common, you don't see too many people rocking around in these, but really comfortable in the heat. So again, the setup's exactly the same. We've got that wicking material through the front. We've got the zip for the collar, we've got the Velcro on the sides for patches, and that wicking material on the back as well, so pretty basic setup. This does have little ventilation, so if I open this up, it does vent through the back. Not too bad, nice to wear if you're wearing a plate carrier. So pricing for that, you're looking around I guess 70 Australian dollars and upwards, so you tend to get right up there depending on what you're getting. Of course with these, it's got the multicam tax. If you don't know what the multicam tax is, basically things that are in multicam tend to cost more than their counterparts that aren't in multicam, just because the trademarked pattern. So just keep that in mind. If you are buying some of this gear, you can pick up the exact same thing, but not in multicam, and it will often be cheaper. And that is across the board with all types of camouflage, coloured clothing and accessories, which we'll go into shortly. So moving on to 511. Probably the most popular, especially here in Australia, in terms of buying combat gear, and that's just because it's quite prominent here. It's not super expensive. I think the shirts are about $100. Your pants are just a little bit more expensive, This is a long sleeve shirt version. Again, it's obviously multicam, so it's got the multicam tacks, a couple of pockets on the side, plenty of Velcro for putting all the cool patches on if you want. I generally, if I wear this, roll the sleeves up because it's just hot. And again, that wicking material front and back. So this stuff's very durable. It's made of ripstop, so it's going to stop ripping, it's going to stop it. If you get it caught on the ground or on objects and stuff like that, you're generally going to stop yourself getting holes in it. Yeah, and it's not 100% guaranteed, it's just going to reduce that chance of it, so quite nice. And again with the pants, so this is just a pair of 511 pants in multicam. You don't get as much adjustment as something like this, but the material, again, ripstop, it's going to be very durable. I've worn these for a couple of years now and they don't even look faded. And obviously you've got all the double stitching and things like that all around the place, so it's just going to keep the durability up. So just a basic pair of combat pants in multicam. So basically, yeah, you can choose to go with whatever loadout that you like. If you want to go something cheap, just with what you've got around your house, just your shirt and pants, no problem. Otherwise, you start moving up into your sort of mid-tier stuff here, which is, again, being sold by Rapid Vantage. So with the Rapid Vantage frog suits, these were $89. So that's going to get you the full setup, the shirt and pants, which is really awesome. And then we can move up into the multi-cams and the top tier stuff there. Okay, so now we're going to move on to plate carriers and battle bras, and we're going to just talk about some of the different options that you can get in terms of that as well. So we're going to start down here with the battle bra. It's a bit of a comical name, but it makes sense when you see it. So this is a battle bra setup. This obviously just has straps that go around the shoulders, and that's just going to sit nice and high up on my chest. The advantage of these is they're lightweight, they're nimble, they're out of the way. You're not going to be putting any plates or anything in it. It has the ability to carry your magazines, got some admin pouches on the front as well. Really simple setup for just being able to get magazines out onto your blaster and then start firing. Something like this, you know, budget $50 or less. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for something minimalistic, especially for people that don't want to go investing lots of money, but they still want to have some kind of tactical setup. The battle bras are really great for that. Next we move up to our plate carriers. So this is, again, when it comes to the types of CQB setups that we see at the field, and not just at Rapid Vantage, but other fields around the state, we start to see that plate carriers are the norm, and it makes perfect sense. These are obviously set up for this purpose. So this is a Rapid Vantage style plate carrier here. So these are going to retail for about $189.99. So they're not severely overpriced, which is great. They're right in that sort of budget for a plate carrier, and for what you get, it's pretty amazing. So as you can see, we've got front and back protection with these. So already we've got a lot more protection than what the battle bra is going to offer. And obviously when it comes to getting hit by gels, the more protection you can have around your body, the more comfortable your gameplay is going to be, because you're not going to have all these marks all over your body, I guess. So we've just got some pouches on the front for magazines, admin pouches and things like that. There's also got the molly on the side, so you can run extra pouches and extra magazines if that's what you want to get into. And on the back, we've got more molly, more admin pouches, so you know, you're going to be able to put some more stuff in there, radios and all that. And you've got that protection all the way around. So a really good alternative for the price. You probably won't be able to find much cheaper than that for plate carriers for what you get. If you want to take the next step up from that and start getting into your sort of mid to high tier stuff, this is a 511 plate carrier. This is a slightly older style to what they do now, but it's virtually the same. So again, we haven't got the side protection like the Rapid Vantage plate carrier. In this one, we've just kind of got this material here, which is what you use to adjust it around your hips. So just keep that in mind. It is quite a long plate carrier as well. It is going to extend quite far down the body. On the back, there's just a hydration camel pack in there if you want to do that. So not as much storage or retail space for pouches, but still a really good setup. These ones are designed that if you were to get into any kind of emergency, you needed to get the plate carrier off in a hurry. They've actually got these sort of wire setup that goes all the way around the plate carrier, and in an emergency you can actually pull on that and it separates the plate carrier into multiple pieces so that you can just take them off someone if they would have any kind of medical emergency. But hopefully we wouldn't expect to see that at the field. So that's probably going to set you back around the $300 mark. If you wanted to get that in multicam, for example, or another cam pattern that's offered, then obviously you're paying that tax on top of that for that type of pattern, so something to keep in mind. The pouches on this are just cheap pouches from eBay, nothing special. They've just got the cord with the elastic, you put your pouches in, you're good to go. Very similar to the style on the Rack Advantage. When we start getting into the higher tier stuff, here's another example of one. This is what I use. This is a Tasmanian Tiger setup, so just keep in mind that something like this is going to set you back a lot. I think this was about $700 just for the plate carrier, and then the pouches are also Tassie Tiger, so they're about $50 a pouch, depending on where you buy them from. So it is quite an expensive setup. But you'll notice that this one's a lot more minimalistic, so as you're wearing it, it's not going to get in the way as much. You've got a lot more maneuverability, a lot more comfort as well, a lot more padding, and again, you can still fit the plates in this. The plates in this fit across the other plate carriers as well, so if you do want to run training plates, or if you have some plates in there, they're going to fit across all three. So your really high-end stuff, it's going to sit a lot more comfortable, it's going to have good amount of protection. Again, not as much retail space on this. You can see on the sides here, I've just got the straps, much like the 511 carrier, so I'm not going to have anything on my sides. Personally, I don't like having pouches on the sides because I like having that maneuverability with my arms. So again, working down from Battle Bras, if you want to go the cheap alternative, and you start working your way back up again. You can play without using any of these if you just wanted to have your own setup where you have just a battle belt, which we're about to go into. You can get away with just a battle belt, just like you can go with just the plate carrier. You don't have to have both. You can kind of go one or the other. If you work on a budget, if you're choosing between going a plate carrier battle bra or a battle belt, then you can make that decision based on your type of gameplay.